I know, right? That's the reason why I mentioned New York, because once you look at the films that once one looks at the films that you did thereafter, for instance, Rajniti, right? It comes after. Even like a Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara comes thereafter. Which, by the way, is that your favorite film? Because it's a lot of people's favorite film.
All three of these experiences, I think, were probably some of the most incredible of my life. Rajniti was what an experience. I mean, what a shoot we had. I remember when I had to do that.
I'm presuming.
Bhopal.
Yeah.
You know, there's one sequence in the film where I give that speech to a big crowd.
Yeah.
When my husband has died.
Yeah.
And you know, Prakash, he likes to shoot. I don't know about anymore, but he likes to shoot things very real. So he had actually prepped and worked with, like, I think, at least a 2,000-3,000 strong crowd. Like when you walked out as far as you could see, there were people, and these people were not extras. They were like, you know, I don't know locally how he managed this. And I had to walk on that stage and give that speech
like a politician.
And all of us, if you remember that scene, are on stage, right? Nana Sir's there, everyone who's in the film, Ajay Devgan's there. As I was walking on there, my hands were trembling, and I remember Nana Sir saying, "It's fine. It's gonna be fine. Do well. It's gonna be good."
And worked out fine.
And it worked out fine. And
and of course you continue doing that in some ways or the other, like down to say a Zero, even Bharat, of course.
I would call that the next.
Yeah.
After these films, I think Zero was again an incredible role.
Should
I tell you another?
You don't need to ask me. You just tell me. Yeah.
I'll tell you another. What do you call it? Incident. Anecdote about Zero. So Zero, I actually wanted to play Anushka's role.
Okay.
So Sir had narrated me the film.
Which Sir is this now?
Anand Sir had narrated me the film, and I heard that role, and like I knew he was narrating me for this, but like my eyes and my ears were like this every time I would hear that character's name and they would describe her scenes. And I said, the narration got over. I said, "Sir, let me do that. No, beta, it's already cast and this, that." Or he didn't say it's already cast. I think he said that I think we've already kind of thinking of someone. And after they left that night, I taped on an iPhone an audition. I taped an audition of me doing that role. And I sent it to Sir. I called Sir, I said, "Can I come and see you?" And I showed it to him on the laptop, and he watched it on the laptop. And he actually thought about it. He was like, "Listen, I am really moved, Beta, that you've done this, and I think that it's really, really interesting." And he said, "Give me a few days." So that gave me hope. I thought that, okay, maybe I'm going to. This kind of whole circle went on for a few days, and in the end, actually, because I got so attached to that role, I couldn't even see if this role was good or not. You know, when you get like fixed on something. In the end, how the film came about was actually Shah Rukh. Shah Rukh was with me and Aanand Sir, and he said, "Just trust me. I know you feel emotionally like this now, but just trust me." And he told me, "Just do this film. Just trust me and do this film." And it was on the basis of that, genuinely, that I took that step, because otherwise I was so attached to that role. It's all I could see.
Were you supposed to do a double role at some point, like both the roles?
That was when the film was a film titled Katrina Meri Jaan.
Oh, really?
That was like
so Zero was Katrina Meri Jaan at one point in time.
I think something like that. Like I mean, Aanand Sir would know the story better, but yeah, that was the original process of it. But then that film, I think, kind of that whole script.
Then Shah Rukh Khan came along, so yeah.
No, I think that script had changed before. That was a different script. Then this became a different script, and then Shah Rukh became a part of this film. But it was honestly his conviction that made me do the film, and I'm so incredibly grateful that he did that, because after then I got a chance to play that role. It was one of the best roles that I think I could have done.
It's still in that big scale movie space, right? As against, for instance, Merry Christmas. And the reason I'm saying that, it's actually a shout out to my friend Krishna. He's a Tamil movie buff, okay? And he sent me a clip last night, okay? Of an interview of yours where you're with Vijay Sethupathi, and somebody's asking him a question about, you've been playing these villain roles, and you stop that interviewer and say, "Listen, but he's done 96 and he's done Super Deluxe." which is essentially telling me like you've actually seen these movies. Is this a Vicky Kaushal effect? Like that space is really not your space.
That's unfair. Listen, I don't have a space. I really genuinely am saying this.
I'm basing a space on
you're basing
on the films that you've done
on my choices.
Yes,
but that doesn't mean that
you don't catch other things.
That is just who I am.
Yeah.
That just means that those were the choices I made.
Right.
There could have been various reasons for those choices.
Yeah.
Those were the best filmmakers, according to me, in the country that I was getting a chance to work with. And my heart was in all of those films, each and every one of them.
Sure.
Like when I've walked, I know you're going to count, definitely, Dhoom 3 is one of these big blockbuster films.
Absolutely.
When I have walked onto the set to do those songs, it was my dream. You know, it may not be somebody else's dream, but it was my dream. It was my dream to do those songs and to show a circus performer looking athletic, dancing like that, because this is my passion.
That's what excites you.
That's what excited me
to do, not necessarily to watch.
That was my passion, absolutely.
Yeah, you'd watch anything.
And if you ask another actress, she'd be like, the thought of doing that, oh my God, rehearsing for no, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
She may have other passions, but that was me. Dance and performance in this zone has given me immense joy, and that expression has meant so much to me. Like the zen that I have found in my dance rehearsals over the years, in those rehearsal halls, it's like solace to me. I don't know how to describe it. That's who I am. That's the person who I am.
I just brought that up because I want to do a Vicky Kaushal shout out, essentially.
But then,
firstly, congratulations. That has been 3 years.
Thank you.
Belated congratulations.
But can we can come back to that point that you're saying.
Yeah.
So 96, no, that was not. 96 was actually shown to me because somebody wanted to remake it in Hindi.
Okay.
And that's how I saw the film, and I thought, I loved it.
It's not your late night Netflix.
No, but Super Deluxe was a film which I think everyone spoke about. It was just an incredible film. And, even in the midst of all of these, let's say, larger scale films I did, I was always that person who was watching, like, at that time, a Dibakar Banerjee film. I was always in touch with those with filmmakers who were making those type of films as well. For some reason or another, those films
didn't excite you to be part of.
No, they didn't work out. And it would not be because of me.
Yeah.
It would just for some reason, not happen. So I really feel like that was my destiny. What happened was my destiny. But I've always been in touch. Like, not a known thing, but like, for example, me and Vasan Bala, leave the last year. So not in the last year and a half. But before that, we've had like multiple meetings where I've been messaging him and I've been saying like, we've had coffee conversations. So I'd love to do something together.
You can't call Vasan Bala, sir. Right? You might be younger, I think.
He is not.
I don't know.
I do. Just let me call him sir. But we've had great coffee conversations. I know he's come over. He's discussed an idea. So it's not that I'm sitting in some different land. I'm very much. But I love their film.
Subscribe to Midday India. Get direct notifications on all our videos by clicking on the bell icon.